So you guys can probably tell, maybe hear it in my voice, I'm actually not from here. I'm just a generic American living here in Europe, and I'm here pursuing my big American dream of having health care. Thank you. Oh, it feels so fucking good. Yeah, when I was deciding where I was gonna move, I was like, I could move to New York. That's a cool city. But New York is a rough city. It's hard to make it. It chews you up and spits you out. And now I know Berlin just slowly bothers you to death. It's like New York is the city that never sleeps. Berlin, the city that never gets its shit together. Yeah. I don't always feel like I fit into Berlin. I'm a very health-conscious person. I used to live in San Francisco. And a lot of weird shit happens in San Francisco. So I remember one day just riding the bus, and out of nowhere, this little old lady just like smacks me with her cane. Yeah, she looked up at me and goes, "Stupid slut." I thought, how'd she know? That's so cool. But yeah, I'm very health conscious, and I've noticed something. I went on a cleanse recently, and I've realized that a Berlin cleanse is very different than a California cleanse. Like a Berlin cleanse is different in a lot of ways, because in California, you drink lemon water for 10 days, and on day 10, you eat avocado toast. Whereas a Berlin cleanse, vomiting in ecstasy for 10 days. And on day 10, you leave the club. Except if you're Elon Musk, right? I struggle with dating, guys. I tried online dating here. I was really gonna go for it. I can't get a vibe online. I can't do it. I need to be in person. I need to sense the chemistry. I am not pointing out you specifically, sir. but I do think it is, it does matter, in person, right? So sometimes I meet some eyes from across a room and I'll be like, wow, there's definitely something between us, and that something definitely could be a visa, That's when you gotta grab them, yeah. That's when you gotta get it. She knows, okay. She definitely knows, yeah. Where are you from? China? Okay, yeah, she knows. Okay. Two of the major powers. We could find some German boyfriends here tonight. Yeah, great. I'll go for anything at this point. Like I date men. I do date men, regrettably. But I'm open, right? So I remember after the lockdown trying to date, I'm a very nervous person. And this woman is flirting with me, and she looks at me, she touches my face, she goes, "Tera, what are you so afraid of?" Guys, I panicked and just said, "Ghosts." Yeah, she was German, so it kind of came out like, "What are you so afraid of?" I was like, everything coming out of your mouth right now, if I'm being honest. Yeah, it's hard. Like, I feel like Berlin wears you down. It's a city that really beats you down. I feel like it's like New York in the 80s, right? Like, art and culture are thriving, and people are really fucking rude sometimes. So, like, I know I've lived in Berlin far too long, because now at the end of a stressful day, I watch serial killer shows to relax. So I've been watching this show on Netflix called BTK, which stands for Bind, Torture, Kill. Also a category on Berlin Tinder. Found that out the hard way. Because I'm a sensitive person, so I can't handle watching too many serial killer shows, Because like as sensitive people, like we take on other people's pain, we can place ourselves in other people's situations. So when I watch a serial killer doing all this horrible shit to people, I cannot help but think to myself, I could totally see myself doing that. After living in Berlin for 3 years, I want to fucking cut some people. I'm a mutt myself. I'm a European mutt. My dad was Polish. My mom was Irish. So my dad's last name was Sawyczak, that's the Polish, and my mom's last name is Kilbride, that's the violent. I'm not really violent, guys, it's fine. I want to talk to you a little bit more about my dating life. My friends told me that I'm a demisexual. Have you heard this term, demisexual? No? Okay, it means you can't hook up. It's a special term that means you can't hook up unless there's some trust and emotional connection. I was like, oh, back home we just call that not being a sociopath. Apparently in Berlin you gotta qualify. But I do have to say, update to that joke, guys. After 5 years of being single, I'm finally dating somebody. Woo! Thank you. And he is Brazilian. Yeah, that's right. Okay, one person knows. Okay. You know, okay. Maybe we're dating the same guy. It's Berlin. Probably dating like 5 chicks in here. He is very passionate though. Tell me if this sounds familiar. Like our first night together, he sucked on my celebrity coming out of plastic surgery. Yeah, oh, it was awesome. Yeah. But he has other love languages too, for all of you conservative people. Like, he's always cooking me food, which is super nice. But because that's his love language, he always insists I finish the meal. So he's pushing food in front of me, and he goes, Tera, eat, you must eat. Like, am I fucking a Brazilian guy or an Italian grandmother? Fucks with your, which I've also done, no? He's eating her too, no. This is gonna get very weird. I am working on myself. I see a therapist. Any therapy people, give me a cheer. Woo! Any people who are not in therapy but really should be in therapy? Paula Berlin, okay. Yeah, I see a therapist and she's very harsh on me. She gives me direct feedback. I can take it, I don't mind. But she did say the other day, she said, Tera, you have some avoidant tendencies. I didn't like that at all. I was like, I do not have avoidant tendencies. So I blocked her number. Yeah. And I have to say, like, it didn't work out with Brazilian guy. Aww. It's fine, I'm a comedian, I kept the material. But the thing is, like, he's not working on himself. You know, I need someone who's working on himself. He has OCD. He's a germaphobe, but only in certain contexts. So it's very confusing. We'll be walking down the street. I'll just want to like throw away some garbage, right? And he'll freak out. He'll be like, oh my God, Tera, like, don't touch the garbage. That has germs. Because an hour later, he'll put his balls in my mouth and say, Tera, put your fingers up my ass. I'm like, babe, that has germs. Pick a lane. I like being single. But there are certain things I don't like about being single. For example, I don't like vibrators. Some guy knowingly, what was that knowing giggle? It's fine if you rely on a vibrator, sir. No, I like the feeling of a vibrator, I just don't like the sound of a vibrator. Yeah, don't pretend like you guys don't know the sound, okay? It's a very distracting sound, I can't get behind it. It's, you know, it sounds like this, it's like zzz. Like, that's not a natural sound. No, like nothing in nature makes that sound except for a what? A wasp? I didn't even think about a wasp. It's terrifying. I was thinking of a bee. It's like, I don't want to fuck a bumblebee, no. No, I like things realistic. So I'm a dildo girl because I want it to look realistic, I want it to feel realistic, and I want it to sound realistic. Which is why I think we program them to say, let's just keep things casual. Yeah. Dating in your 30s sucks, guys. It's like when I book Ryanair. Like, I am ashamed I am riding it. And yet, it was the only one available at the time. Yeah, I think I got the light. Did I not get the light knob?
Not yet.
Not yet? Oh shit, okay. You guys, can I get vulnerable with you? Yeah, I want to talk about motherhood. So I am not a mom. Give me a cheer if you have any kids. Exactly. Exactly. So I grew up an only child to a single mother, or as she likes to call it, a surprise gift from God. Yeah, I grew up a Valentine's Day baby. She actually told me this. She said, Tera, one night your father just wouldn't let us use a condom. I was like, oh my God. Your first boundary issue was the pregnancy, and your second boundary issue was telling me that. At age 7. So I grew up thinking, like, I'm not supposed to be here. So now, whenever I go home every 8 years or so, I just make sure I show up unannounced. I just like knock on that door. I'm like, hey mom, surprise! It's your gift from God. She's like, you're not supposed to be here. I'm like, I know. You told me that, Mom. Now the thing is, she believed in honest parenting, so she couldn't tell me that Santa Claus was real. Instead, she said, Tera, Santa Claus is just a fun game. Just a fun game that your father and I play together once a year at night. Like, that did not make sense to me. I was like, why does Santa Claus not wear a condom? Folks, we're gonna keep things rolling. Thank you guys so much. You've been super sweet. Please welcome back to the stage, Nav, everyone!